Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariola. I'm super excited because today is day 2 of our 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, and so far it's been crazy. So number one, I want to say that if you saw the first video, which is the intro on our first day, I was talking about how Curve Life sent me over these nails, and daily I'm going to be letting you guys know how they're holding on, because I've always struggled with press-on nails and I never do my nails for trips because I always end up ruining them, and that ruins my trip somehow. So check in, they are doing great, they are holding fine, no scratches, nothing, so we are off to a great start. Moving along, already a crazy day. So there was a time change as we go towards Honduras, and around 3 a.m. then the clock went back to 2 a.m. so we got an extra hour of sleep, which was amazing. So we woke up, I think it was, yeah, we woke up at 6:30. We went over to the gym. We did like an hour and a half at the gym. The gym was packed, but thankfully they have so many machines that everything that we wanted to do we were able to do, as well as the free weights, and everybody was so nice. Like we would all accommodate around each other, so it was great vibes. And as we were finishing, they did an announcement that there was a man overboard, and I think currently we are still stopped, if I'm not mistaken. They are doing a search and I really hope they find them. So we'll see how the day goes, but we haven't heard anything. That was about an hour and a half, I think, and there have been no further announcements, so I don't know. Definitely a weird vibe for the beginning of the day, but it feels weird to say like moving along, but in the meantime, moving along. We've showered, I am all dressed up, and today is our day at sea, so we are heading over to get breakfast. I have jam-packed our schedule with all the activities that they have because they have way too many things to do, so we'll see how many things we end up doing. But goal is to go get some breakfast and then go to the pool, chill out, and then start the day. Oh, and today is formal night. I have no idea if this is always the thing, but second day it seems to be the formal night, so we will be changing into our formal attire tonight, so I'm super excited. Let's go. Quick message from day 8, me technically, because it's the day we check out, but I have been getting very different, I don't know, stories about what happened. I wanted to update you guys. So basically an hour and a half after I shot this clip, we got an announcement over the not the radio, whatever, over the ship. The captain went on and said, I can't remember the exact wording, but something along the lines of how they recovered the person that had fallen. They didn't really say the body, but I don't remember the terminology they said, and the captain didn't really sound that excited, so I was like, oh, that's weird the way they said it and they worded it. They didn't really say like, oh, we found the person alive. It's kind of weird. And also nothing has happened since, like they never mentioned anything else. So I went under the assumption that the person was found alive and fine, and then all the rumors started going around. So my mom sent me an article saying that the person had been recovered and he was in the intensive care unit of the cruise. That was like the day after. And I was like, okay, awesome, so they're still good. And then yesterday I finally got signal because it's been so spotty, and everybody started messaging me saying, hey, is this on your cruise? Are you guys okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And all of a sudden I check and all these news outlets are saying that the person died, and it's very confusing because honestly in the cruise nothing happened since that announcement and has not been talked about. All I hear are rumors of whether the person threw themselves on board, whether it happened the night before and they never notified it till the day after. I don't really know, so that's why I'm extra confused. I don't exactly know what's going on. I hope to get some clarity or clarification after we get off the cruise and I get more signal. But obviously my heart goes out to the family, whether they survived or not. I can't imagine having to go through that during the cruise, and it just feels very weird that if all of that did happen behind the scenes, I could understand Royal Caribbean not wanting to stress everything out and ruin vacations, but it's kind of weird to think if that actually did happen, how many of us just continued with the vacation. I don't know. So it's gonna be very weird, but I'm gonna transition to the rest of the video and what happened that day. For breakfast, we headed up to the 15th floor where Windjammer is, which is the buffet, and the food always slapped, so I definitely recommend. On our way there, my husband got a free ice cream, one of many, and we also passed by El Loco Fresh, which is this Mexican fast food quick service kind of thing where you can make your own burritos. They also have a couple things that I'll show you later because we did end up having lunch there. It was closed for breakfast, but it was literally on our way over to Windjammer, and one of the only few days we had to actually wait in line, and it was pretty long because everybody had the same idea to get breakfast, and of course we were all stuck at sea. This was a breakfast. It was so good and it was super filling, and once we were done we honestly just explored the ship. We went over to check out Thrill Island. If anybody has seen One Piece, we called it Thriller Bark the whole time we were there, and we did not get on the slides, but it looked a lot of fun. We then spent a couple minutes trying to find a pool with some space, because if you see, they have a lot of pools here and whirlpools, but they're very small. So we went over to the 16th floor. That below is the 15th deck, and that's the main pool. There's another pool across over there. We decided, like I said, go over to the 16th floor or the deck, and we went into this pool, which is really nice because you had an overlook to the ocean and the water was really cold versus the whirlpools where they're warmer. This is what I had at Loco Fresh, and you could also make your own burrito and tacos. Oh my god, with all the toppings and the sides, so it was super good. And we just continued exploring. We hung out by these swings and also just laid down there for a bit, but it was really hot, so it was a short-lived relaxation. We also went down to deck 5, I think it is, like the promenade where all the stores and the bars are. That's where the karaoke was, and it was honestly super fun. We ended up going, I think, on our last 2 days, and it was really fun cheering everybody on. They also have, I didn't show it here, but we do go on another night to Bongos, which is where they play Latin music, and it was really good. They were also having a competition of Battle of the Sexes right in the middle. I believe that is called the Pearl, and they had this show, and you could actually watch it on your TV in your room. If you went to the channel, I think it's number 1 or 2, they can show you that and you can watch it, which is really cool. And even they show it later during the day, so I ended up watching it. It was actually really interesting. So here to the right is what changes almost daily. They had Rolexes and other watches that day, and then the next day they had a bit of jewelry, and they always have these events where they're selling it. I think it is tax-free, but also at a lower rate that they usually are. They have a Starbucks right there. Literally never went to once, but it's there if you want it. And then right across you will find the gift shop. So we just did a little bit of window shopping. They have the store where they have alcohol. Again, I believe it's tax-free and also at a lower price. And some of the bottles were even bigger, and we found some that we never found anywhere else in US or Puerto Rico. And then this is the gift shop. They had a really cool memorabilia with the coin made from the metal that they used to make the ship. So it was really cool because it was the inaugural voyage, and a lot of other cute merchandise. They had a really cute area for dogs, so here's a little bit of what they had. We also checked out the casino. If you've seen a casino, then you've seen them all, because this literally looked and smelled just like every other casino in this world. I will say that they did have a couple of tournaments throughout our stay. So I remember they had like a blackjack tournament and a couple of other things that I've never played in my life that you can sign up through the app or just show up. So if you're interested, definitely check them out. And I believe this is on floor or deck 4. So once you exit, you will find one of the main dining rooms. There's one on deck 4, and I think it was the other one on deck 3. We then went over to Central Park, which is honestly super nice. I love the ambiance during the day and during the night. As you're walking, you hear a little bit of jazzy music coming from the stores. You also hear birds that are obviously fake or recordings, but it's honestly super relaxing. If you've ever been to Central Park, it's not like the real deal, but it still gives the ambiance of a park relaxation, and it's just honestly, you're kind of transported and you forget that you're in a cruise ship because you're away from all the hustle and bustle, and you don't see the top of the ship where you can see the ocean around you. So it's really cool. They have a couple of bars and restaurants down here as well. So they had a blues bar that we never got to go, but I was really excited to check out, as well as some other of the more high-end stores. We also visited the kids section because we were curious of how it looks. I tried to record just a little bit because obviously there were a lot of children around, so I didn't want to record them. But here's like a little bit of a peek, and I will tell you it's towards the back of the boat, and they have such a great view. Like, look at this. This is their view from their pool. So very jealous of these children. We then went back upstairs to play a round of mini golf before we went back to the room to change, since it was formal night. We had a bit of a little disaster with the laundry services there, but other than that, food was really delicious. This is the main dining room. It's already included with your stay. Just know that they add per person $18 per day, which goes for the gratuity for the statesmen, the people that clean your room, as well as the servers. They deserve it. It was awesome. The desserts were amazing. I had a vegan ice cream and of course a cup of coffee because we were exhausted. And then we went over to the comedy club at the Attic. It was about 9:30, this adult comedy show that was really amusing. And then we went over to Sorrento's for some free pizza, and let me tell you, it was pretty decent. So that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!